pour. Okay. All right. We ready? All right.
We are.
Yay, we're ready. Hey there, FLOSSTUBE. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer with
Bill,
I
Mr. HOD.
I almost said with my special guest. You are my guest, and you are special.
I appreciate that.
But, you know.
It's getting to be a regular thing.
Yeah, it is. And it's, let's see, it's Monday evening.
It is Monday.
Start of the week, and we're having a little happy hour. While you pour, I'm having a margarita in a slightly different glass because this just arrived in the mail today. From somebody. I was gonna say from you know who. You don't know who.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, but
You know who.
I know who.
Oh, there you go.
So, I'm just gonna sip on my margarita. We'll see how much stitching I get done tonight.
That's a wild range IPA. It's from Aldi's.
Aldi.
It's
You said you didn't think it was too bad.
It's
so-
relatively inexpensive and it's actually pretty good. So
Okay, cool. All right. Cheers.
there we go.
Cheers. I like this little metal straw. Makes things very cold. Yummy. Okay, so we are here. Let's get on with it. We are here today to talk about some new releases. We have Needlework Expo. Yay!
Yeah. Coming up.
It's coming up this weekend. Needlework Expo is the online virtual wholesale show. This is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the last one last March.
It was very successful.
Yeah, over the weekend that should have been Nashville, but we didn't have Nashville. And it was, it's sponsored by Janice of Noteworthy Needle. She's the brains behind it all, and she does a fantastic job. And her idea was initially that it would always be in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of sliding into our normal time slot. So it's a lot of fun. We have some new designers joining us this time. We would love to see, honestly, I'd love to see all designers participate in it. It's a lot of fun and it's good for our industry. So
And there were a lot of new shops last time too.
Yes.
Which was neat to see.
yeah,
I think there'll be a lot more this time too.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. We're going to be online or on camera, virtual, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we start packing up orders and shipping it all out and getting it ready.
It's a busy time.
It is.
Which is a good thing.
It is a very good thing. And then shortly after that, actually not too long after that, we leave for Needlework Galleria. Mr. HOD's coming with me.
Yeah.
And Needlework Galleria is actually where Mr. HOD, as a name, as a term, was born. We were actually working in the Jan D'Amico. I hope I'm saying that right. It's all on her. Hopefully she's going to be there, and I'm going to go, Jan, it's all your fault. She was walking by the room. Our room was really crowded, and she was walking by the room, and I could hear her in the hallway go, "There's Mr. Hands-On Design." Just cracked me up. And so there you go. It was
That
Mr.
was Galleria 19?
Yeah. Was it 19? Yeah, something like that.
Because it wasn't last year.
No. But I'm teaching a class. I'm teaching the What's the Buzz class. I understand I have a few spots left. So make sure that if you're going to be there, sign up for that one. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a good time.
I can't wait to see people. And if we're able, I'm going to hug people and make it weird and just, I don't know. Just going to
So you've got that to look forward to.
Sorry. Okay, we should probably let's get to the stitching, okay? So I have four new releases. Move the margarita away. 4 new releases for market. And it's kind of weird because some of them are like continuations in the series. Well, they're all actually continuations of the series. But one, we're taking a big directional change. So we've been doing the Let's Talk, the Chalk Talk series, the Let's Talk, and we've done the 4 seasons, autumn, winter, spring, summer. and they've just been so much fun. There's a Facebook group that has the Stitch Along, and Felicia organizes that one. And they're, I love it because it's an opportunity. Everybody there is so kind and so helpful. I try and get in and answer questions, but if I can't get in right away, somebody always answers a question. And just even if you're like, I can't stitch on the black, or what other colors, join the group, because you see just all the different options, different finishes.
Yeah, the color changes are amazing.
Yeah.
People do, I mean, there's so many different fabrics, so many different color combinations. It's really interesting to see.
Yeah. And even like some of those patterned linens are really cool.
Yeah.
So I did say a while back that we would be continuing the Chalk Talk series. And yes, I'm probably going to go into some kind of like some of the holidays and different themes like that. But I wanted to take a little detour before we did that. So I decided to go ahead and we did Let's Talk Stitching. Yay! So the charts are basically going to be kind of same format. There's going to be the large one. It's DMC. My model is on 32 count slate, Fabrics by Stephanie. This fits into a ready-made 8x10 frame. My particular frame I do get at a local craft store. I get at our local Hobby Lobby. We don't have, small town, not a huge amount of selection. Love this frame. It's a nice white matte finish, kind of a chalky finish. So that's the one I don't know, how many do I own of those now? Well, 5.
We have a couple.
Thanks, honey. But I just love this one. I just think it's got all our fun words that we use. I kind of call this my acronym alley up here, with ORTS and WHIP and SAL, and we've even got a little UFO tucked in down there. Love my scissors. These are all kinds of things like I know.
And the frog.
And the
I
frog.
like the frog.
And this is like my red thread here. It's like a really short thread. I was playing thread chicken with that. Don't know what thread chicken is? Ask somebody. You've played thread chicken, whether you know it or not. Okay? Whether I got one more stitch, just so you can try and use up that thread without having to knot off or run under stitches and thread up with some new thread. So just a lot of fun little motifs. I love the way my hoop came out. I said this in the video I did a little intro video to my Chalk Talk Stitch Along Facebook group. And I just told him, I said, this hoop lived in my brain. I knew it was going to look like that. And then I started sketching it, and then it just kind of, that's where I started with the whole thing. So I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So, okay. So with the last ones, you remember I did the one that fits in the 8x10 frame. Then I took these and kind of selected some of the pieces, and I did a mashup and did more of a 5x5 when finished on 32/2 or 16 count. But okay, then last time I did the pillows, how like the it looked like a crunchy vintagey quilt kind of thing. I wanted to change it up. I don't know, I just always feel the need to kind of change it up, make it fresh. So I worked with the ladies who did the fabric bundles from Simple Stitches Fabric Shop, Myra. I messaged her and I said, do you ever think about doing a bag pattern? And she's like, funny thing. I love when it works like that. I had a couple requirements for my bag. I wanted it to be, big, and I wanted it to be a stand-up bag, kind of more vertical than horizontal, just for something different. So she came up with this pattern. So now, so in the last set of patterns, you could go, there was a link to a finishing tutorial. You can certainly still finish the 5-inch piece that way, as the pillow. But like I said, I just wanted something, with all this stitching stuff, we need to do a stitching bag, a project bag. Did I drop something?
No.
I thought I heard something. Okay, so a little explanation about that. And they are doing fabric bundles. I'll put a link to their website below. But this is the bag that we came up with. If you saw my post the other day, I kind of kept pulling things out of here. Some people said, like Mary Poppins bag. Exactly, like Mary Poppins bag. So it's nice and roomy. I made this bag, and I'm of the opinion, if I can make this bag, you can make this bag. So just zipper at the top, and it's nice and roomy. You can see the pretty lining. It's got the flat bottom. And now I did fusible fusible batting. So if you look at on theirs, because they wrote the pattern, theirs has a little something stiffer in it, so it stands up a little bit more. But I think the fusible batting worked fine too. And then all this is in a fabric bundle, and they've had to substitute a few fabrics, but she did 4 different patterns for in the pattern, so it's a separate pattern. I will have it's called the Stitch and Sew bag pattern, or Stitch and Sew. So I will have those available at Expo. So if you want one, ask your shop for one, because a lot of shops might not necessarily carry a sewing pattern like this. Instructions are very easy to read.
You did say that the instructions it's very well written.
Yeah. I had a friend over, and we got to kind of pattern test, and so we made some suggestions, and I was a little nervous about the whole zipper thing. I didn't even need a zipper foot. It was super easy. So what else is it? Oh yeah, this is the striped version. If you go to Simple Stitches Fabric Shop, you'll see Myra did her version where it's like it looks like a big cross stitch, big X's here. It's really cool. Yeah. So you want to hold that one.
Sure.
And so this is the one I actually made as a demo. So it's a great pattern to have for other, what I like is the versatility. It fits this, but if you have other about 5-inch cross stitch designs that you want to put in there, or even if you have a 5-inch quilt block you want to put in there. She's got very simple where it's just plain fabric, and again I did the stripe, or there's the cross stitch, or there is like a patchworky type one version as well. And this was my first one that I made. This was the one I made during pattern testing mode. I just happened to have a little bit of fabric sitting around. It was actually a bundle I got from them one time. So they're offering the bundles of the fabric, and then of course you can either get your pattern from them or get it from your shop. Where you're going to get the pattern for the Let's Talk Stitching. So I just thought, change it up a little bit, make it something kind of fun. Of course, you can do whatever else you want. Now, one thing I do want to note, mine says linen right here. Now I realize not everybody's a linen stitcher. In the large one, it says both linen and Aida. I gave you, for this one, linen as an option. I also gave you Aida as an option. Now, because the word's a little shorter, you get an extra needle and thread in the chart, but that's in there. So if you're not a linen stitcher, I did not leave you out. That's in there. Okay, so I am so excited about the Stitch and Sew bag, and thank you to Myra and Janet of Simple Stitches Fabric Shop for just being delightful to work with. And now this also I do want to say, because I've done other bags, HD10 Love My Stitching I did with So Much to Love, Karen Torres. This would also fit on the front of one of those bags. So if you have that pattern and you're like, oh, I really like this, it would work in that too. Yeah. Or I have the pattern for that one is actually in the pattern, and that's still available on my website or through shops. So lots of options. Anyway, so now we've got the framed piece, and we've got the bag, the Stitch and Sew bag, and we have one more piece that comes in that pattern. So you're still getting 3 designs in that pattern. So in the seasons, I did the little 4-inch hoop, and I called them the Hello Hoop because it was hello autumn, hello winter. Well, we don't really want to say hello to winter, but hello spring and hello summer. Thank you.
We like summer.
We like summer. We don't want summer to go. It should be summer don't go. Yeah. Oh, that's another pattern of mine. Yeah. But anyway, so this time I changed it up. It's still in a 4-inch hoop. it says, keep calm and cross that stitch. And it's in a 4-inch hoop, but it's a pin cushion. And I used some of the fabrics from the bundle. I also, I guess I should probably point that out, fabrics from the bundle on the back of the frame, but used some of that. And I made it's a functional pin cushion. It just, you know, of course I've got those in there for decoration, but it sits nice and flat. You can keep it, you know, where you work or, you know, by where your stitching is. It can go into the bag, the project bag, the stitch and stow bag. Now, we just shot a FLOSSTUBE classroom last week with Peyton and Peyton, who worked here this summer, and Lorna, who works here, handles the shipping. So I'll be doing a FLOSSTUBE classroom on how to finish this. So there will be finishing instructions for it, but lots of fun. I just love this. I don't know.
It turned out great.
This whole setup with the Let's Talk Stitching, like I said, that one, it's been here for a while.
It's been there for a while. Can I do it now? Can I do it now?
Yeah, it's kind of scary sometimes. But anyway, I'm just thrilled with how it came out. So keep calm and cross that stitch. So, all right. So that is just the first pattern that I'm releasing. So again, it's kind of like, you know, in a series, but it's pretty much, you know, really kind of taken a different direction. So I have one more Chalk Talk, knock on something, wood, I don't know, that's coming out yet this year. This will give you some kind of maybe a hint as to what the next one is. Just saying. So anyway, so the next one is, if you've been doing the kitchen counter, we had the first one was lick the bowl. Life is short, lick the bowl. I love that one. I've seen a lot of you stitching that out there. And then the next one was, I have a kitchen because it came with the house. Now, I've had a few emails on this one. People are like, but I like cooking. What can I change that to? And we kind of came up with some ideas for them, and I'm waiting for them. They're like, we'll send you a picture when we get done. So, and again, go to the blog to find out how I did that fun polka dot finish frame. So now we've got the third and final one in the series. It says, don't be afraid to take whisks. I love those whisks, and with little cool colanders in there, and a scale, and just all kinds of fun stuff. So that's the third and final one in the whole kitchen counter series, and we called it the kitchen counter because here we are standing at the kitchen counter. Well, we're actually standing at the kitchen island, but the kitchen island didn't sound really quite as, you know, effective.
Did not rhyme.
Yeah. So that'll be shipping. If you're on auto with your shop, you should be getting it soon. If you like that one, or you want to catch up with the whole series, let your shop know now that you know what they all look like. Also, you knew there was a bonus chart. Measure Up is the bonus chart with the series. And I've shown the whole piece before, but now you're actually going to get all three pieces. This part came in chart number 1, this part, chart number 2. Now you're getting this part in chart number 3. So you have enough to do the whole thing. And I don't know, I just love it. It's just super cool. I can't wait now that they're not going to be in the studio for a while. And I don't know if I can't remember when they're going out on a trunk show soon, but I can't wait to put them up on the shelves and decorate our kitchen with them. So lots of fun. So that's the kitchen counter. And all right, I'm gonna put that over there. Okay, so we have the last 2 charts in the Fright This Way Halloween series. We did something a little different. Sorry. If you'll remember, you wanna grab those 3?
Yep.
With our spinning bats. We brought this out July?
Think so.
I think so. I don't know.
Sounds good to me.
They've been out in July. But so we have 2 different colorways. This was Signs of the Season. How do you know it's Halloween? You read the signs. And I charted them with 2 different colorways, kind of the chalky version and more the prim version. And of course, Just Another Button Company did those fun spinning bats. Okay, these are not actual spinning bats.
No, they're not.
We've had so much fun with people. They're like, where do you get the spinning bats? You know, so they're bat beads. You get them from either your shop or Just Another Button Company. And then I even did a post where I said it's pin in, bat in, bead in, ornament, because there is actually a little bead. Let's see if I can go like this. A little bead under there. You probably can't see it.
So it can spin on it.
So it can spin. It lifts it up just a little bit off the ornament, and it can spin. This was not the original intent. So, and we called it the fidget spinner. A few people said, yeah, it's a fidget spinner for cross stitch. You betcha. And just too much fun. So I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
So there's bats in a lot of these. So the Signs of the Season was the first set that came out in July, I think we've determined. And because the calendar the release calendar got really shifted around this year. Mm-hmm. And if I did one at a time, the last one wouldn't come out. It would be too close to Halloween.
Yes.
And I wanted you to have the opportunity to stitch it and get it up on your Halloween tree. Because yes, we've had this discussion. You need a Halloween tree. You really need a Halloween tree. So next up is called Rhyme Time. Do you want I'll let you have the chalky this time.
All right.
You want to show them? I'll let you show yours. We have shriek, eek, squeak. I said Halloween's not so scary when you can sit in the dark and rhyme. And you have hiss, howl, prowl. And I'm going to tell you this next one.
I'm going to give that to you.
Somebody came up with the rhyme. Boo-hoo brew. Go figure. So there are the 3 of the chalky version. And again, same thing. I did that little fun spinning bat. Some cool fabric on the back. And then here they are in the primitive colors. You got that one? All right, so there you go. Now this can get a little hard to read. It's on the tombstones. What's it say? It's RIP and then an MT as in empty and then NXT as in next. You know, just a little tombstone humor. So lots of fun. So this is called Rhyme Time. And you have no idea how many times I have misspelled the title rhyme and then THYME. And I'm like, that's not it, Cathy. That doesn't go with Halloween.
Not this time.
Not this time. Oh. Okay, but it did make me think of Jeopardy for some reason. Like Rhyme Time. Like that should be a category on Jeopardy.
Alrighty then.
We'll write to them.
You do that. That would be great.
So that's the second set of releases in the, there's just something about Halloween that makes me goofy. I don't know. Or I don't know, maybe not. So then the last one is called Witch's Pantry. So this one is, you want to hold that up? Got my eyes on you. I just love all those eyeballs. And this is toads, warts and all. And then the last one.
You got it.
Oh, hands. Just a helping. We had so much fun, naming
Coming
all
up with
these.
these, yeah.
I think you helped me with the hand, or no, I don't know. I can't remember, but it was fun to work together on these. And I will say, I believe I did put it in the chart. If not, a few changes in this one. So like you'll notice, I left the lettering out there because the darker linen really shows through. But now in the hands, I actually filled that in with white, just because it didn't show as much on the lighter linen. And then I believe I did the same thing. Oh yeah, with toads, warts and all. There's like a little warts flying around in there, but yeah, so you can kind of see the difference there. But I just so much fun. Here, can we do this? We got enough fingers? Okay, put those down.
This is doubtful.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do.
Can we hold all 9 of them?
All right.
Gotta get our toes involved. Okay. Okay, I'll grab this one. Can you?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Getting there. This is a high-tech operation.
Yeah. Do I need to grab one?
Nope.
You got him? Oh man, you are talented. Okay, so there we go. Oops, backwards. Backwards. There we go.
If I were a tree.
Yeah. What kind of tree would you be? A Halloween tree.
There you
Get
go.
a Halloween tree. So there you go. So much fun. Right this way. And I've had a few people ask that logo. Is it going to be available as a church cross stitch? Well, just make sure you're signed up for the Hands-On Design newsletter. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, please make sure you post your finishes, and I can't wait, especially if you change the floss colors. These are this version on this is Zweigert Blackboard. These are classic Colorworks, and this is the primitive version is Whisks Dye Works Gray and Whisks Dye Works Floss, and there is one Whisks Dye Works Floss in this. I believe it's for the gray. So anyway, awesome colors. As always, DMC substitutions are included inside the chart. So yay! So that's all the new releases, the 4 in all. And like I said, I will actually have a 5th. That'll be the bag pattern. It's a separate pattern to make the bag, assemble the bag. Very easy instructions. Use either fabric in your own stash or of course fabric bundle available from Simple Stitches. Link will be below. And a lot of fun. So, and like I said, we did just film a FLOSSTUBE classroom for this. I haven't put it all together yet. That will be very, very soon. It'll come out, make it, publish it after the chart gets shipped to shops. I did just do a FLOSSTUBE tutorial. This one came out also in July. If pumpkins could fly, and so the focus actually wasn't this one because I talked about this one a lot in a blog post, but I said I would do a FLOSSTUBE tutorial. Didn't do a template on this one, but I showed you how I get that kind of custom shape look, and then I actually hadn't really planned on it, but I did end up showing you some of the lacing, like how I lace a shaped piece, which a lot of people have been commenting on that. So they're like, oh, lacing doesn't look so scary. No, it's not that scary. You just need a little bit of practice. So so make sure you go to the FLOSSTUBE channel, and I think it's like 57. But you can always look at the cover.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, and you'll see what it is. So that's something else that we've got going on. And let's see. Okay, what else? I know everybody's, maybe you haven't even been paying attention because you can't get over the fact that Bill and I are wearing the same t-shirt. I know. Can you see it? It says USA Games Orlando 2022 for Special Olympics. We haven't said anything in any FLOSSTUBE yet, but I did post a while back when we found out June, I think is when we found out that our oldest son, Billy, once again was selected to be part of the Iowa delegation to represent the state at the National Special Olympics in Orlando.
Where he was born.
Yeah. That's partly because if you remember, if you've seen previous episodes, he did get to go 3 years ago. It'll be 4 years by the time we go. He did go to the National Special Olympics in Seattle in 2018. And that was an experience of a lifetime for us.
Yeah,
that
was a great thing.
I can't even imagine what it was like for him. We are Billy's coaches, tennis coaches, like now, but when we go to the nationals, there is a state coach and that works with him. So he's in training. Well, we're in training too.
Yeah.
that year off in COVID, no bueno. So really excited.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great event.
Yeah.
And it's something to see. If you get the opportunity, you should go.
Yeah.
But
so if for some reason, if anybody out there viewing and you're going to be at the National Special Olympics, let me know. You know, I don't know, maybe get a chance to meet up or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you live in that area, I know they're going to be looking for volunteers. Billy plays tennis. He does all sorts of sports. He plays pretty much year round, but tennis is the one that he qualified for national games. So he'll play singles and doubles. We don't know if it's going to be mixed doubles or just regular doubles. So his teammate, his partner from last time is also going again. But they have 2 more individuals. They doubled the size of the team.
Yep, there's 4 tennis players this time.
They did so well last time. They thought I
think Iowa has a delegation of almost 100 athletes, coaches, and unified partners.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
It's really it's something else.
And last time, we actually only had 2 athletes from our particular delegation go. And this time we have,
18.
18, yeah. So I'm really excited about that because then, you know, we'll be able to, everybody, there's one big chat room, so everybody can, hey, so-and-so's, competing, and to be able to go and cheer everybody on, I think is going to be really, really cool. So
And to go see kids. Most of them are young adults now. I call them kids.
They'll always be kids.
They'll always be kids, but we've coached in different sports,
Yeah.
as softball and bowling and tennis
Yeah.
and things like that, to see them compete on a national level, and it's really a special thing.
It is. So
Yeah.
super looking. So we had some early swag arrive, and so we hadn't really sent anything on FLOSSTUBE. So we thought, we'll bug everybody, see how long it takes them to notice. Hey, they're wearing the same thing.
It's matchy day.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. No.
So, all right. So, yay! That's all good news. We're just really thrilled about it. So, anyway. So thanks for being with us through this whole video. We are in the kitchen. We're at the kitchen counter. No, the kitchen island. Am I going to get voted off the island? No. We have a big island, and that's what we always joke about is, who's going to get voted off the island. We have to have a big island because that's where, not only do we cook, we film FLOSSTUBE, we assemble charts, we put kits together.
Yeah, sometimes the charts that need to be assembled get voted off the island. That happens.
Yeah, that's right. We were going to actually be putting charts together while we did this, but yeah, that's later.
That's right. We were going to do that.
We still have a lot of charts to put together.
Yeah. Once again, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Thanks to
it
everyone.
is. Yes, it is. So anyway, so we thought zucchini. How did your garden do this year? We're starting to get a lot of tomatoes. I got a box full today. Zucchini, I think we're in the final stretch. In fact, I'm pretty sure that this was.
Last year it was tomatoes.
Yes.
We had so many you couldn't.
Yeah.
It was funny. You'd go somewhere and take a thing of tomatoes. Here, anybody wants tomatoes? And there's 3 other people with bags of tomatoes trying to give them away.
Yeah.
So the food banks and local food pantries did well with a lot of the local produce.
Yeah, lots of tomatoes.
This year it's zucchini.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is great because we like it. So.
And we like zucchini. I just made some zucchini brownies yesterday. I posted those in my Instagram stories, and so I took 2 pans to neighbors across the way. One, we have kind of some new neighbors, so sort of welcome to the neighborhood, and then also the kids are starting back at school. So when I dropped them off, I said, these are, because I talked to the moms, I'm like, these are zucchini brownies, or if your kids don't like vegetables, just call them brownies, because you don't even know there's zucchini in there. So, but yeah, so really good. And then I made some and froze them for us, so I don't know. But anyway, so I actually, this particular recipe calls for shredded zucchini, which I did a whole bunch yesterday, and I actually already let it drain, get the excess liquid out. And I was gonna freeze some, which I'll probably be doing more of anyway. So it's ready. A friend of mine suggested freezing it in 2-cup bag, like 2 cups in a bag, because that's usually what most recipes call for. So anyway, so we are already shredded and dried out, I guess. I bet I could probably still get a lot of liquid out of that, but we're gonna go with it. So we are gonna make baked cheesy zucchini bites, and we've made these before, and they were really good. Done in the oven. I've done some on the stove top in oil. They're not too greasy, but these were actually really good, not greasy at all. And so what, you want to just say what's in them, or?
There's cheesy, so there's cheese.
There's cheese.
There's our friend cheese.
Thanks.
There's panko breadcrumbs.
Okay. Should we? I feel like we should,
This guy, an egg.
An egg, yeah. Super easy. Garlic powder. Pepper,
salt, and it calls for basil. But we use Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
That's what we used last time. It
Okay.
worked out great.
Because he's like, do we not have any basil? I'm like, well, we have some fresh growing out, but it's all gone to seed, so I don't want to use it now. And I'm like, oh, I think I used Italian seasoning last night. It's very similar. He's like, I'll take your word for it.
We'll go with it, okay.
It's what I used last time. So, and it's super easy. You just put all the ingredients in to your 2-quart batter bowl, and then actually you lined some cookie sheets with parchment paper, and then used my cookie scoop. It looks like an ice cream scoop, but it's a little smaller, and then put the scoop on the thing. They don't spread out or anything. It just gives you a nice uniform shape. And then before I put them in the oven, I just took a spoon or a fork or your hand. Yep. And I just kind of, and I just mashed them down a little bit so they'd be more like a little cake.
Yeah, they're very tasty.
Kind of thing.
It's good.
So, or a bite, I guess I should say. Now, I will say I did end up doing them a little bit. Well, let's see. Should we do the recipe? Probably do the recipe in the next newsletter, maybe, or I can give you a link to it, because it's not one that we came up with. So I don't want to claim it as my own. And but I will say that. I baked them a little bit longer. It's nice that they're baked because they're not greasy then. And they did get crunchy, but in your oven may be different, but I did go a little extra, and I bumped them up to convection just so they would get a little more air and a little more crisp to them.
A little crispy.
So, and I think maybe this time I might make a little dill sauce, that would be, just a little to dip, I think would be good. So.
Perfect.
Anyway, so is that it? Do we have anything else?
I believe we got it all.
So we have one final cheers? You didn't finish. Usually you finish. You've been doing more talking.
This is the express version.
What are we at? 38 minutes. Yeah, we're good. So I will post this tomorrow, and thanks, Robin. Anyway, so can't wait to see you if you're coming to Galleria. And then we've got a couple more Zoom classes, and then I'll be at Silver Needle in November. And then that wraps up the year of teaching, and knock on something that everybody stays healthy.
Get ready for Nashville in March.
Get ready for Nashville.
Looking forward to that.
Yes, absolutely. So
be good to see everybody again.
Yes, it will. Hug everybody, make it weird.
Like I said earlier, you have that to look forward to.
All right. In the meantime, enjoy the stitch. Bye.
Bye.